Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Conostep and this is going to be part 24 of my early campaign where I'm playing as Aragon. And I am actually very excited to get back into this campaign because I'm in such a horrible spot and I've had nothing but time over the last few days just to think about this campaign and just kind of sit around and wait until it was time for me to record this because I have ideas on how to fix this and I've had time to reflect on it so far. And just in case anyone is watching this looking for advice, first off, God help you, but if you are trying to like find your way with your own Aragon campaign, obviously the beginning can be a little bit sticky, right? It took me quite a while to conquer all of Iberia, and then I followed that up by getting my fleets going as fast as possible, and I was able to get my crusade objective in time, which was around, I think, the year 1205 was my cutoff point, I believe. And then, of course, I started working on, building up Antioch. And then I went right ahead to try to, sack Constantinople with my own crusade there as well. And that's where the strategy in this campaign, I think, can kind of deviate a little bit, where I still will defend my decision to take it. And I do understand that there was a better way to do it than what I did. I was basing my decision to sack Constantinople based on probably just two actually campaigns that I played myself where I, played a faction, well, these two factions actually, Almohads and the Aragon, during my practice campaigns. And I kind of just watched from Western Europe as the Byzantines did, as I explained in this campaign before, where they just kind of beat off the Mongolians and then continued to do very well. And that's something that I was trying to stop from happening in this campaign. I may have achieved that. I may have done a lot of damage to them. I may have weakened them enough to where, yeah, maybe that will be achieved. Maybe the Mongols will come in and do very well here. So yes, but also, I did rush things, right? I did feel like I needed to get here before the Mongols showed up, and I put myself in a position where conservatively, I probably should have, been working on building up my treasury and teching up my units as well to make sure that I keep up in the arms race against any neighbors, right? And that would be the conservative play style. I still do, believe that, right, there was a better way to do this, right? If you want to sack Constantinople, fine, but just declare crusade, in my case on the Egyptians, because I was already at war with them, and then just sack Constantinople on your way there. That's the way that I should have done it because I would have saved a lot of money on the route there. It also would have given me more time to build up my fleet to where I would have had some more boats in the water and possibly been able to win some more engagements that I did lose. I thought that my boats were better and I lost a lot of boats, thinking that. So here's the thing though. I have an idea. I think that I can still get out of this somewhat here. Regarding this situation in the East, I think that this will get resolved once the Mongols show up, which could be pretty soon. We're sitting at the year 1226 right now, and in my Almohads campaign, the Mongols showed up in the year 1231. So that's coming up, right away in 5 turns. And I think what I can do here is I can have boats in the Sea of Marmara, the Aegean, and the is it the Dodecanese Sea and the Eastern Mediterranean. Just 4 boats to connect my port here in Constantinople to my port here at Antioch. And then I can just migrate my forces, my Crusade army from Constantinople. They achieved their objective, right? Let's move them out of there. Let's save their lives and try to get them here at Antioch to where they can try to, die defending Antioch. Because the Mongols are going to be coming. And I don't know if they're going to be going for Antioch, but I do hear that they kind of go for the human players, so lucky me, right? And I think they would be necessary. Even though I did lose a lot of soldiers here, I still think that what I have here could be useful in helping to hold Antioch. So that's that. I'm going to be trying to get a ceasefire with the Byzantines and the Egyptians right now, and that could help out a lot. Currently, my income is very bad. Remember before when I was kind of at war with the Byzantines, but I was, fighting back and it was kind of going okay? Well, I was losing 3,000 a turn at that point, and now I'm losing 5,000. And a part of that is because I've abandoned all of my shipping routes up here in the Northern Sea, and also that just the handful of Byzantine boats that are still left, such as here in the Straits of Sicily, there's a galley, and then there's a boat up here, another galley here in the Adriatic. So they're cutting off a lot of trade just by their existence, right? Like they don't even have to beat me. They just have to be in my way, and they are cutting off trade, and that's why I'm losing even more money, right? And the same thing here with the Egyptian fleets. Like fighting them, yes, that has been sucking so far, but just them also blocking my trade is making me lose even more. And I might be going from, negative 28,000 to, negative 33,000 in just one turn, right? And that's an awful thing. That's really terrifying. So if I can get ceasefires with the Byzantines and the Egyptians, I think it might be possible. The Byzantines might accept it just because I kind of kicked their ass. I mean, they kind of kicked mine as well, but they're in a bad spot, and they are at war with the Egyptians. So they might take that. They might accept that ceasefire. And the same reason for the Egyptians as well. They might do the same thing. I'm a little less certain about them just because they do have this jihad that really wants to take Antioch. It's in bad shape. It's losing a lot of men. But they have enough forces situated around Antioch to where they could attack again, right? In fact, I saw a few Armenian heavy cav units. Yeah, there's like one here. And I thought I saw a few more. Yeah, 2 more here. And that's scary. That's 3 more units of, decent heavy cav that, I don't know if I have the infantry or the cavalry to hold up against 3 more units of those bad boys. So, yeah, that's going to be tough. If they wanted to attack again, that's going to be really tough. But maybe I can get that ceasefire. So I'm going to have my princess here actually try to propose a marriage, honestly. And maybe they'll accept that. If not, I do have a bishop on the way as well to try to get a ceasefire with the Egyptians. And did I do that up here? Where is the Byzantine Empire? I believe I did. I believe I am trying to talk to him already, right? Yes, you are going to talk to the Emperor. So we will know at the end of this turn if either of these factions have accepted that. Now, I do have the Constantinople governorship, which, I can hold on to for a little while. It offers 2 points of command and 2 points of loyalty. That could help out. I do have a 3-star general here. It's a 1-man unit of Spanish Gentes, and he's a 3-star general. Making him a 5-star, might help. So there we go. We have that now, and if the Byzantines want to attack me here, I don't know if I can hold them back. They're they really did a lot of damage to me in that last battle, so that would be a tough fight. Yeah, they have some Pronoi Legion, which is a pretty decent heavy cav unit, and yeah, Byzantine Lancers. It's a light cav, but let's see. Yeah, cataphracts. They're tough, and it's also the Byzantine army is going to be a little bit it's easy to overlook them, I think, because they carry so many of these Drepasan archers, and you might think, like, okay, it's just like an archer unit. A lot of times they will just send them into melee, and it's a decent melee unit. It's not, like, super duper overpowering, but then when you combine that with the other, you just end up with this, like, Byzantine melee rush, where, you have Byzantine infantry, solid swords unit, the Trebizond archers, solid melee archer unit, cataphracts, and then some other decent, cavalry. They can buckle your lines, and that's something that I've experienced before, and I definitely experienced it again in that last battle in the last episode where I was fighting over Constantinople. So, what do they have here? Yeah, another unit of Rangian guards. That's right. Yeah, that would like kill my entire army, just that one unit by itself. So, yeah, I would be in trouble if they wanted to attack me. So, I'm gonna try to get that ceasefire and then just pray to Holy Jesus that they do not attack me there. Now, I do have some boats that I can start. I'm going to wait a turn. I'm not going to go right in here and fight this Egyptian fleet right now. I'm going to put a boat here. I can skip over it because these caravels can move 2 sea regions at once. So I can do that, and I can put another caravel here. And then I'll just wait here, see if I can get a ceasefire before I move in here to the Aegean. And then I'm going to move out of the Adriatic. I'm not making money anyway because of the Byzantine fleet. Instead of fighting them, I'm just going to move my ships down here. I do have a caravel. I can move this an extra space here. And yeah, let's move you over as well. And then let's move these 2 boats out of here as well so that I don't fight this Byzantine ship. Again, I just, you know, I don't want to lose any more boats. So if I can get those ceasefires, that'd be fan-freaking-tastic. It's going to be a little bit awkward, though, if I don't get those ceasefires, because then I have to, like, go back to chasing these boats, so. And it's been annoying. It's been really frustrating. These boats just, they do not stay still, so. Let's keep moving my fleets around. I am just about completely vacated the northern sea regions. And yeah, I'm just going to be holding in Costa Verde all the way around the Mediterranean. I did actually count my ships before I started recording, and I have just enough to hold pretty much every sea region in the Mediterranean. I might be missing like 1 or 2, but thank God. And that just, you know, speaks volumes about how I can't even really afford to like lose any more ships, because I can't. That's it. That's all the boats I have, you know. So that's the thing. Like once I get these ceasefires and I set up my, you know, my trade fleets again, I should be making a positive income, right? Like that, I should be. I think I will. And that's why when I said before that I think that regarding the Eastern situation here, I think it will get worked out. You know, getting my fleets in place, moving my armies over from Constantinople over to Antioch, getting my trade going, getting some ceasefires, especially when the Mongols show up. If they don't accept right away, then they will accept when the Mongols show up, that's for sure. So that's all going to get resolved. I'm confident in that. What I'm not confident of is the French behaving themselves. Currently, they are my only ally. Now, the French are still at war with 4 factions, the Germans, the Italians, the papacy, and the Polish. But if we look at those 4 factions, well, the Germans are up here in Pomerania, and that might be it. I don't have eyes on Saxony and Brandenburg, so I don't know. And maybe they have another province down here, but yeah, Pomerania. Let's just say they have that. The Italians have a couple provinces, good for them. The papacy's down to just having Rome, and they are being sieged right now. They are going to last 8 turns. The good thing about the French actually eliminating the papacy is that the papacy doesn't stay down. They come back. There's always going to be a faction reemergence for the papacy, and they will come back stronger and stronger every time they get, you know, completely destroyed. So in this case, like, right now they're kind of basically fighting with feudal units and militia units, and they're getting destroyed in the high period. So if there's going to be a faction reemergence, they will be coming back with, I'm assuming, like high period units. Maybe that means chivalric even. Like they might be coming back with chivalric sergeants, men-at-arms, knights, who knows? Crossbowmen, I don't really know, but there should be some decent armies, and they could, you know, potentially smack the French around for putting them down in the first place. So that's a guaranteed reemergence. It's kind of, I'm actually kind of bummed that it's going to take 8 years for this castle to get starved out, because it'd be nice if there's going to be a faction reemergence earlier. Now, the bad news is the French did defeat 2 of their, you know, many enemies in the last episode. The English and the Danes were both eliminated, I'm pretty sure. Actually, let me just double check that. Yeah, the English and the Danes are gone. And are the Hungarians also eliminated? Yes, they are. Wow. It's getting to be a pretty sparse playing field. The good news is, now these territories are ripe for a faction reemergence from the Danes and the English. And if only there was a way that I could figure out to orchestrate this happening. The nice thing about faction reemergences is that you don't have to drop the population loyalty below 100 or 100%. All you need to do is drop the population loyalty below 120%. So here in Wessex, this is a province that used to be owned by the English. So if I just am able to drop this another 15 points, you know, there's a possibility there's going to be a faction reemergence right here in Wessex. And same thing here, you know, these provinces are also owned by the English: Aquitaine, Brittany, Wales, Mercia, and Northumbria, Scotland. Now, Scotland is the key, and I kind of wish that I had a unit up there right now, because Scotland has an innate rebellious factor. It makes it really hard to control. In fact, if I remember looking, see, I really need to get up here. I need to know, because that's the key. If I can just get Scotland below 120% population loyalty, then that can be it. That's my faction reemergence right there. And then same thing with the Danes. If I can just get, you know, Denmark, Sweden, and I need someone up here in Norway taking a peek at them. I need to see what I can do. All I need is one of these provinces. I think the Danes only owned these 3, which kind of sucks. I don't know if they ever owned Saxony. But the English did have, you know, Brittany, Aquitaine, and then all of these. I don't think they ever had Ireland. I'm not sure, but that's just my guess. So what can I do about that? Unfortunately, I don't have spies, and I can't afford to tech up to them because I'm broke. That sucks, because spies do tank population loyalty. All I have are these freaking Inquisitors, which I kind of went all in on to play around with. And I might be able to think of a way to make this work. So how can I use Inquisitors to... Let's not cancel that. How can I use these guys to tank population loyalty? Well, one of the ways that I can do this is by killing governors that have high dread. You know, governors that are using that high dread to really keep the province, you know, held together. And then after that, it gets a little bit more complicated, right? Governors with high piety are going to be giving a population boost to provinces with high zeal. Now, what is high zeal? I don't really know. I'm assuming anything above 50% is high, like considered high. And then what is high piety? Again, I don't really know. You know, like, that's obviously high. 6? Sure, that's probably high. But then, you know, when we get into like, is 4 high? Is 5 high? I would say 5 is probably high as well. But then what about 4? I don't know. Let me see what it says. Like if I read it on my own, guys. So like 3 piety will say this: his continued ignorance of the divine means the devout will in turn ignore him in his hour of need. So this is making it sound like 3 piety is not good. So what if I look at, can I find someone with 4 piety and then read that? Here we go. A familiarity with prayer may be enough to participate in worship, but only a true follower will secure the support of the religious masses. That sounds kind of borderline, doesn't it? It does to me. And then what if I can find someone with 5 piety? This man can be considered a true believer. Okay. Although his faith has not dominated his life, a few like-minded individuals may support him should he request it. Interesting. So, yeah, the 4 seems borderline. The 3 and lower seems like kind of the sweet spot for, you know, a governor that's going to be a bad governor for a very zealous population. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any eyes on Scotland yet, but if we look at Northumbria, Zeal 66, and then Zeal 64, 59, and then 59. That's all pretty freaking high, right? Brittany, 67, goddamn. And then Aquitaine, 85 freaking %. Okay, so now I did actually check this because this actually takes a lot of work because you have to, you know, look in here and, you know, Lord de Chabannes, and you kind of just have to look through everyone and try to find out, like, this is the Duke of Provence. Where did I find? I think this is someone who governs. Yeah, Brittany. Yeah, so like 5 piety, right? And 0 dread. I feel like just based on memory, I don't want to go through all of them again, but I feel like just based on what I saw, a lot of these guys that have titles for the English provinces have high piety, but 0 dread. So what I'm thinking is, since Inquisitors can raise a province's zeal until it's time to burn, you know, basically they get a little over too zealous and they start burning too many people. And then the people's level of zeal drops because they're like, oh, fuck this shit. Like, the Inquisitors just burned my entire village. We don't believe in God anymore. Like, that's kind of the pattern, right? So if we're looking at Aquitaine, where the zeal's 85%, that should be the cusp. I don't know if it gets any higher. Based on my my top advisor, Elf, was saying that this is probably the line, right? Maybe 90%. I don't know. I don't know if it gets higher than that. So Aquitaine the population here should burn pretty soon. And another question I have, I know that the spies don't work, their effects aren't cumulative anymore like they were in Shogun. but are bishops and inquisitors effects cumulative? Meaning that if you put more bishops in one province, are they going to raise the level of that religion faster? And concurrently, if you put inquisitors all in the same province, does that mean that they are going to raise zeal faster? If you know the answer to that, please let me know. I'm going to bank on the answer being yes, just because I need this to work. So if I can raise the zeal so much in these provinces so that then the zeal's lowered, say below 50%, maybe even 30%, who knows, then these governors that have high piety won't be getting that population bonus from being a pious leader. That's the theory, right? I'm not super duper, like really, I'm not too aware of how this works, but I think that's the concept. It's a little bit more involved, right, than in Shogun, where you can just drop a bunch of shinobi in a province and watch them revolt. You have to do a bit more thinking about it in this game. So I think that's the idea, and since I need it to work, I may as well do it, right? I may as well just like bring a bunch of inquisitors over to these provinces, and I don't think there's any real point in trying to kill these governors anymore. The funny thing is, the higher the piety, the harder it is to kill them. In fact, for some, it can be really, really hard. So would it even be worth doing that? Or should I just keep these high piety governors alive and stick with this strategy, right? Keep them alive. Keep these high piety governors alive so that maybe when the population burns, they no longer care about him being pious. And if I'm right, if my memory serves right, and I can double check again, I don't think these guys really have much dread. Yeah, here's another example. The Prince of Wales, super pious, zero dread. And I want to say that was the pattern that I noticed. Let's see, Bohemia, Saxony. So, yeah, he has some dread, but that's Bohemia. That's different. I feel like the guys that were governing England didn't have that. Now, I couldn't find, I don't have eyes on the governor of Scotland either, because I have a few blank spaces here. I don't have any vision on Flanders. So I'm going to have to pull in some more agents from my eastern regions, because this isn't important. I need eyes on this. I need everyone working on France. I need eyes everywhere. I need to know what's happening. I need to know the zeal of everywhere, and just keep it all on, all focus, all attention on this. I need to slow them down. I need to slow France down, because this terrifies me. At this point, they are out-teching me, and they're beginning to outnumber me. I mean, obviously in their entire realm, but even on their freaking borders, it's getting a little bit scary. I mean, okay, right here, it's like, we're seeing some peasants and stuff, but yeah, then crossbowmen, Pavese crossbows, some chivalric sergeants, I don't have those. Arbalesters, I don't have those. I don't even have crossbows in this campaign yet. I'm behind. It's a bad feeling. Being behind is a bad feeling. I have decent feudal armies, Genites, feudal sergeants, I have some good royalty, some good, royal knights, militia sergeants, they're okay, right? Feudal men-at-arms, solid, decent. So there's some decent stuff here, but I'm worried that, if after the initial attack, perhaps they attack once and then they bring the full might of the realm in. And that could work in my favor if they start bringing troops from these provinces, because troops are also keeping the population loyalty high, right? This would not be 200% if it wasn't for these armies. Same with like Mercia, 200%, that would not be the case if these armies moved out of here. So that could help, like just, having that war could help. But of course, I'm not going to start one. No. I need this. I need to hold this off as long as possible. And it's tempting just to bring more soldiers from my southern regions up here to the north, just to keep more troops here, and try to dissuade them. I prefer it if I can kill their agents, because this bishop's spying on me, and a lot of times the AI won't attack unless they do have information on your provinces. And in this case, they do. And since I don't have any assassins, And I can't train any assassins because I'm broke. That sucks. It sucks that I can't remove that bishop. That'd be really, really nice. But anyway, that was a long-winded version of my plan. Let's see if I can implement it. I've just noticed that my 5-star general leading my armies over here in Antioch is only 3 stars. This man's loyalty is in serious question. Placing him in charge of a large army may not be wise in case you end up having to fight that army in the not too distant future. Yeah, that's not good. So let's get him married. Yeah, luckily he's actually not married. So I do have a princess right here. Princess Jim, so she can come over and try to do that, because getting generals married to princesses can raise their loyalty. That's usually how they do it. I believe it only raises up the loyalty by 1, but I think even 4 is out of the danger zone. I think 3 is the danger zone, and then 4 is okay, I think. So, yikes, that's a little bit scary. And that is actually, so, that's because he's a blackmailer. He has been caught blackmailing a senior official, and he's fined a large sum, and now he's most unhappy about this and seeks revenge. So, yeah, not the best guy to have in charge of my entire Antioch holdings. Luckily, I have another 5-star general on the way. His loyalty is hopefully a little bit better. Yeah, his is better. So, unfortunately, though, once I lose Constantinople, he's going to lose that title, and he's going to lose those 2 stars that I just gave him, basically. So, yeah, he's going to be... This is going to be the guy in charge through thick and thin, so... Hopefully he remains loyal to me. Now, I think everything else is set, so... Yeah, let's actually end this turn, because it's been a long one. It's been a long one of making sure that everything's set and ready to go. And, yeah, the next few turns are going to be very tense indeed. Damn, the Byzantines are invading me again. Oh, God. I don't think I can win this. Yikes. Yeah, the Polish are retreating from their French here in Lithuania. That's not good. The French are retreating from Prussia. The Germans, yeah, the Germans are retreating from in Pomerania. I think that might be their only province. Oh, God, I don't want to. No. Okay, this is going to be really tough. What do they have? What do they bring? So, yeah, they did bring that unit of Varangian guards. They do have a Cataphracts and the Pronoea Legion. That's 2 good cav units, and then the really, really good heavy infantry. Their west of their infantry isn't good at all. 2 Slav warriors is basically like peasant units, but then they have quite a few archers, and as I was saying before, these Trebizond archers are not afraid to charge into melee, and a few of them do have that's a 3rd tier armor upgrade, which is pretty serious. And then, yeah, the cav as well. Like, yeah, they just have the 2, like, good heavy cav units. But then 2 Lancer units is not... It's like a light... You know, it's a light cav unit with a good charge bonus. So, this is going to be tough. As far as reinforcements are concerned, it's really nothing here that can really hurt me. So, I need to try to get an army together that can hold back against... decent little rush here, right? Hopefully some swords that can cut through their archers. Hopefully some armor-piercing stuff that can kill the Varangian guards. And hopefully some spears that can stop their cavalry. Well, this is going to be very, very, very tricky indeed. I don't know how much of a chance I stand in this one. My army is very beat up. Perhaps if I can camp a forest, maybe I stand a chance. I'm basically going to be selling out here. I'm just kind of stopping the rush and hoping that they don't just sit back and shower me with arrows, which they very well could, because they do have the superiority with their missiles. I'm also not going to be bringing very much cav as well, so I'm not going to be very mobile. I'm just going to try to stop the rush. And with that said, they might still break me on that as well, just because they're heavy units, their cavalry and their infantry. Although not a lot of them, these 3 heavy units right here can probably break me, so it's going to be tricky. I'm going to be depending a lot on using my arbalesters. I have 1 healthy unit of arbalesters and 1 healthy unit of Pavis crossbowmen, and then a damage unit of mounted crossbowmen, which can also fire some armor-piercing shots. These 3 units, if they can half this unit of Varangian guards, then maybe I stand a chance. Maybe I stand a chance. Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe I should target the cataphracts. I feel like with the cataphracts, I at least can counter them somewhat with spears and polearms a little bit. It's the Varangian guards where it's like, you know, they can just, once they're in melee combat, they're just, it takes like an entire army to beat them. So, at least with my army. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm not too optimistic, but I'm going to give it the best college try that I can here. Well, here we are in Constantinople, and it's looking like a pretty wide open fighting space right here. There's a forest here that I can maybe get back in. It's always a little bit iffy knowing how far, because I'm not, too familiar with this map. So I don't know how far back into this forest I can actually deploy. Obviously, this is the fence, but I can just start here and move back into the forest. But yeah, since I'm not familiar with it, I don't know how far back into here I can really go. I sure could have my crossbow units kind of out here so they can get some shots in, and then force the Byzantine army to come fight me into the forest. Maybe that's an option. Maybe that is an option. There's also a forest right in front of me here, and I'm a little bit wary of trying to, because it's also on the edge of this fence, right? I'm a little bit wary of starting here and trying to march forward into a forest because I don't know where the enemy is going to be. Like, could they just be right there? And, I just right away I'm fighting them while I'm trying to get set up. That oftentimes sucks, especially because my entire strategy is to stop their rush. That's the entire thing here. So I'm gonna go for this forest. I'm gonna see if I can sneak back in here, and hopefully those trees are going to block a lot of the arrows, and hopefully the trees are also going to help me fight their cavalry, and then it just comes down to my entire army versus their Varangian guard, basically. Here stands my poor, wretched army, huddling in the forest. Luckily they were able to get up here. Looks like they're all fitting okay. But yeah, the center is going to be held by this damaged unit of feudal sergeants, a damaged unit of halberdiers, some order of foot soldiers, just 20 of them left, and then a couple healthy units of arbalesters and pavese crossbows, backed up by 30 Highland clansmen, which is a good swords unit, good high attack unit. And then, yeah, basic spearmen, and then 16 Vikings, some javelin men, 11 Royal Knights, some Faris back here, some good skirmish cav. And then on this side, mounted crossbows, Almohad urban militia, feudal sergeants, and some more javelins. Let's see if we can get it done here. The Byzantines are moving right along, and that is looking freaking terrifying. They're pretty much leading. Yep, they're leading with all of their skirmishers. And it's scary. If they just want to stand and shoot at me, they're going to do a lot of damage. The arrows will hopefully mitigate a lot of their firepower for the units that are actually in the forest. And the these crossbows as well, they won't take too much damage, but my poor arbalesters, they do not have shields, so if their archers want to focus on my arbalesters, that's going to be taking out my best unit. And it's starting to rain. I can't tell if that's going to be good for me or bad for me. They do have more archers than me, but I was kind of counting on mine to take out their Varangian guard. The good news is my arbalesters aren't affected too much by rain. I don't know if that's not affected at all or not, or affected less. And then same thing with crossbows. Like, I don't know if crossbows are affected the same amount as regular archers or less than regular archers. I know crossbows are affected by rain, but I don't know if it's like a scaling thing where, archers are most and then crossbows are a little less and then arbalesters are, no effect at all or what. I'm not sure, but looks like it's intermittent rain because, yeah, it just stopped real quick and it might start up again. We'll see here. But they're going to be pushing hard on my left flank with some Byzantine Lancers and some Pro-Noia Legion and their cataphracts. Okay, so that's going to be a really, really heavy push on this flank. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold up to that. Let's just move over some halberdiers like right away. Just get them going. And we can start shooting with our Pavese crossbows. Are we in range? Let's shoot here. And arbalesters, let's shoot here as well. Actually, let's just shoot at their cataphracts. And Actually, change my mind. Change my mind. Turn around, guys. Are we in range of the Varangian guards? Let's see. Or our blasters are. Okay, they are. So yeah, you guys need to turn around and start shooting at the Varangians. And then, yeah, Pavia's crossbows. I messed up, guys. I messed up. You need to start shooting at the Varangians right now. I forgot that the arbalesters have a greater range. And then, let's see, crossbows, are you in range yet of the Varangians? Not, there we are. Now they're in range. So now my crossbows should be able to start shooting and ripping shots into them. Let's make sure my mounted crossbows are also firing into the Varangians. They're down to 54, but we're going to have to take quite a few chunks off of them. Yeah, down to you know, 50-ish. And pretty soon, my crossbows and arbalesters are going to have to push back as soon as these guys get closer. So, yeah, we're not doing quite the damage that I wanted to do here. Luckily, what I can do is fire, as long as we get up this hill. Let's see, I can push down. Yeah, let's push down here and then have you guys make sure that you're in hold formation and go here. And then order foot soldiers, you come down. And then, yeah, you keep shooting and then you start shooting here. You can go into the Byzantine Lancers. Let's see, ooh, yikes, yeah, you need to retreat. And then Spearmen. And then, yeah, Vikings, let's go in here and here. Alright, let's have my arbalesters start retreating again a little bit. Actually, no, you can probably start shooting from there. And yeah, let's see, gosh, I should probably back up and go into the forest. Whoa, the enemy general's been killed just like that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Let's see. I'm not in the forest, and that's scaring me. Okay, guys, you need to get back. Get back to the forest. Get back to the forest. Get back to the forest. Pavia's crossbows, get back. And then, yeah, our blasters get back as well. How are we doing on this side? Let's see. I need my javelins. Okay, they're running away. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Let's make sure that we're chasing down. Actually, no. Let's not chase. Let's just keep shooting. We have plenty of enemy units here. Let's try to get my units back up here in these woods if we can. Because, yeah, I shouldn't have charged out of the woods. I was tempted because I wanted to get my crossbows in a position where they could fire over the heads of the men in front of me. Let's see, I need to get here and I need to stop this. Do I have any infantry in the vicinity here? Yeah, halberdiers, let's get down here. And then spearmen, let's come over here. Yeah, they're into my arbalesters. That's not good at all. So, let's see, Pavia's crossbows. And yeah, this is tough. They're doing a lot of damage to my men here. And what do they have? Yeah, the Varangian Guard are in here. They're fighting as well. Oh, God, that's really tough. That's tough. I have my mounted crossbows shooting into the rear of the Varangian Guards. I have my javelins. They're going to start coming over here. They're going to start throwing javelins into the rear of the Varangian Guards. I have my Roller Knights fighting in here as well. My spearmen got out of position again, and they're fighting outside of the woods, which is not part of the plan. My crossbows are going to be shooting in as well as I can. Maybe I should bring in my javelins. And maybe they can support throwing some javelins here. I have some halberdiers coming in to get a flanking attack on these Varangian guards. There's only 25 left of them, but they're going to be doing a lot of damage. And yeah, oops, nope. My javelins were set to skirmish, and that's not good. I need you guys to come over here and throw some javelins, please, and thank you. And let's see, fairies. Let's see, let's see, javelins, you throw in here, please. Let's see if we can beat these Byzantine Lancers. It's going to be really tough. And yeah, they have just a ton of skirmishers as well. And I don't even have the strength to go out and face that. Okay, we did break the Varangian Guard. Holy crap, that is really, really good news. Let's start using my mounted crossbows to shoot at their cavalry on this side, these Pronoia Legion. There's 26 of them left, so if we can kill them, that'd be fantastic. Let's have my Pavia's crossbows also shoot at these guys. Halberdiers, oh man, my guys are getting out of position again. Royal Knights, man, you guys need to get back here. And yeah, if we can chop down these Pronoia Legion, yeah, Spearmen as well, come back here and try to kill these guys. If we can just beat this, like, first wave, right, there's a chance that, like, my reinforcements, even though they're awful, my reinforcements might be able to just beat back their awful, because their reinforcements are worse. They're actually worse. So if I can just kill their Pronoia Legion and then their Cataphractoi and then their Varangian Guard, which I think is already dead, then possibly I can actually just beat the rest of the army, their army, with my crappy reinforcements. That might work out. Yeah, all of my guys here are getting chopped down. These Trebizond archers, I told you, you know, they do very well in melee combat. Let's bring down, I'm gonna have my Faris start shooting in here. What's left fighting for my soldiers? Not much. Really not much. I need to get some reinforcements coming in. Can I bring some guys in? Yes, I can. And I don't have much left to shoot. Actually, I don't have much left to hold the line, to be honest. It's pretty much just skirmishers, so we'll see if we can hold the line here. I can actually bring my mounted crossbows. I want to bring them into melee, but I feel like that's such a waste. But I feel like I should start chasing off these crossbowmen here. Now these cataphractoi are coming in. I'm going to have my javelins start throwing some javelins here, and my mounted crossbowmen are shooting as well. Let's try to actually... Yeah, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Can I hold them up with my javelin men? No, I cannot. Let's see, I do have some 4 halberdiers left. Let's see if I can get them into the action as well. Some of these crossbows, maybe they can shoot. Oh wow, they're running away. The cataphractoi are running away. They broke. Holy crap. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. That is really, really good. Maybe send my Faris down here to shoot, or, you know, attack these Trebizond archers. I should probably, if I can, start pushing back here. Ooh, this is not good. Lancers versus my mounted crossbows. That's not ideal, but let's see. My javelins can throw in here, and then my halberdiers can also charge into the rear as well. My Faris are chasing down the Trebizond archers here. My Pavis crossbows are still shooting. What do I want them to shoot now? Probably just keep shooting Byzantine lancers, I suppose. And I have more reinforcements coming on. They have arrived, although I could use some infantry, not archers. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. So let's go here. Let's see, Pavis crossbows. You guys get down here. And do we have any infantry coming on? I'm not seeing any. I'm just seeing like more crossbows and archers. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see. Let's have my... Okay, they broke. Okay, wow, 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 wow. Let's actually run in here and try to break these archers. And I have 10 mounted crossbows. Let's try to push back these archers here. Holy crap, I can't believe this right now. I can't believe I might have a chance at this. I might have a chance here. Faris are doing the work of the gods right here, just pushing back and chasing down all of these archers. Let's go in and fight these Trebizond archers right now. And I would love to, you know, attack these horse archers and take some pressure off of my Faris, but right now I don't think I can catch them. But I can. I know I can catch these actual foot archers. So let's focus on them right now. And in the meantime, let's focus on getting my reinforcements lined up here. So far, I'm not seeing any reinforcements coming in for the Byzantines, and I have whatever I can muster together on my hill. It's not, you know, the rest of my reinforcements, but I have, you know, the next guys that have come on. I'm using my 10-man unit of mounted crossbows to chase down the remnants of their archers. Actually, I should go over here and chase down these guys. And yeah, my Faris as well. And we're getting a lot of damage done. Let's actually get you coming over here as well. And try to kill these 2 units of Trebizond archers. That's a really valuable pick right there, if we can get them. And yeah, as I said before, I'm not seeing any reinforcements come on. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to. Oh my goodness, that's it. Yeah, the Byzantines are fleeing the field. Wow. Wow. That's... I can't believe it. I can't believe that I pulled that off. I feel like my micro wasn't even like... I feel like I made some mistakes as well, so... That is incredible. Oh my goodness. I am so glad I was able to pull that off. Hopefully now that means I can convince the Byzantines to accept a ceasefire. The question's going to be, should I actually kill these 278 men that I just captured? I think the answer is yes, even though I could use the money. I don't think that the money is going to be worth it. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call. I'm just so far in debt that it's not so much the money as it is the extra soldiers for the Byzantines. And if I can, you know, convince them to accept a ceasefire by them having less men, that seems like a better idea to me. So yeah, let's kill those guys. Let's do that. So I killed 654 and I lost 423. Yeah, it's a tough loss. But let's see if we can get a ceasefire. So I'm assuming that the answer is no for this turn, but as far as the next turn goes, maybe the answer will be yes. Oh, and the French have decided they cannot win the battle in a retreat in Rome? But the papacy was under siege. Were they going to attack the castle? Was that it? Okay, interesting. And the Pope wants us to start a crusade against the Almohads. Okay. Well, I don't know what they did to upset you. They barely exist. So, let's see. The Pope wants to be allies. Wait, they're no longer at war with the French? I'm so confused. What just happened? Did the Italians attack? I'm looking at the map up here. It looks like the Italians might have attacked. Huh. Okay. I mean, what? I'm sure I'll accept the offer. It's the Pope. I can't say no to him. If they're not at war with the French, then I got no beef with them. The Almohads still don't want to be. They don't want a ceasefire, which is just disappointing. And same with the Egyptians. They also don't want a ceasefire. Okay. Bummer. So I was able to wed that general in Antioch to one of my daughters. So hopefully his loyalty. Hopefully he'll stay loyal to me. And then, yeah, the Byzantines did reject my offer of a ceasefire. I'm going to try that again right now. I have a very risky choice to make right now. I could send my caravel over to the Eastern Mediterranean right now. And that would put me, you know, that would link Antioch to Constantinople by the end, you know, by next turn. And I'd be able to move my soldiers over next turn as long as the Byzantines don't attack again and then, you know, wipe me out. But, you know, the question being, this is not a 2v1, and I prefer, you know, 2v1s. I have a 2-star ship. It's a caravel. It's a, you know, it's a decent boat. 3 attack, 3 defense, 1 speed, 0 strength. So hopefully I can win this battle with the Egyptians if I have to fight it. Well, I mean, I will because we are at war. It's tempting to, you know, wait a turn. What I could do is send this caravel here, but then I don't have any boats. I have no one that can be in this sea region. And that would mean that I have to wait an extra turn here, yeah. Yeah, gosh, I think I need to risk it, and I think I need to just hope that I can win this little battle here. And then I can, yeah, evacuate the rest of my army. This has been holding heroically here in Constantinople. I've just found the King of Scotland, and I mean, is king just by title. He's the governor of Scotland. Just like here for Wales, we have the Prince of Wales. Well, I mean, I guess I can't show you that, but yeah, trust me, he's the Prince of Wales. So for, yeah, the King of Scotland, King Lord de Blois, he's good. 3 dread and just a crap ton of piety. That is very good. Argumentative, +1 dread, +2 valor. Okay, so what can we do with that? I mean, there's barely any troops stationed here in Scotland. The loyalty is at 129%, and I feel like I can work with that, you know? And zeal's at 65%. So if I just station an Inquisitor there and keep raising it until I start burning people, you know, all of this piety is going to go for nothing, but the dread still does count. Gosh. It's really tempting to try to kill him, but I don't even know if I could kill him. Let's see if I like here's a 4-star Inquisitor, for example, and if I tried to kill him, what would the chances be? 9%. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. 3 dread goes a long way. It really does. If I killed him, It would be low. It would be below 120%. I think that's what I need to do. I need to try to kill this guy. Yep, that's what I need to do. Kill the King of Scotland and try to initiate a rebellion, a English reemergence here in Scotland. And then let's take a peek at Sweden and Denmark. It looks like Norway was never taken. So it would just be Sweden and Denmark. 127% loyalty and 154. So Sweden, it's potential to get something done here in Sweden, but I need to find the governor, Lord Sasson. Moving into the next turn, the papacy has been eliminated. So the papacy has been conquered and a puppet pope sits on the papist throne under the control of his conquerors, but much of the papal hierarchy escaped. They have set up a papacy in exile with their own pope. The papacy will take no part in affairs of state until it reemerges as an independent faction. All previous excommunications have been declared null and void. So yeah, that's what I was talking about before, but you know what? That just means that they are going to be, there's going to be a reemergence. And I feel like it doesn't take too long. I feel like it does, come around, relatively soon-ish. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. So let's see. So I did start an Inquisition here in Scotland. I believe that means the zeal should have just been lowered. Showing signs of spiraling out of control. I guess I'll look at that. Is this the same thing? Scotland? Yeah. Yeah, the zeal is diminishing. Okay, yes. Got it. And let's see, the Almohads still don't want a ceasefire, the Egyptians still don't want a ceasefire, and the Egyptians declined my marriage proposal, unfortunate. And the Byzantines have accepted. Oh, wonderful. Oh, that is so, so good. Oh, yes. Yes. I really, really needed that. Okay. Money situation did not improve at all. I'm making negative 4,900 a turn. Okay. Okay. And then to top it all off, now I need to kill these Egyptian fleets. Now there's one here in the Eastern Mediterranean. So unfortunately, I kind of forgot about that. I can't transfer these troops yet because I haven't actually gotten rid of these fleets yet. Okay. And then this one kind of popped out of nowhere as well. I'm assuming Nicaea just built it. Nope, not Nicaea. They don't have a boat yard. Okay, so what boats am I facing off against? Some Bagalas? Yes, I am. Goddamn. Here, same thing? Oh, God. Okay, so these are the better boats. They're not better than mine, statistically. Tech 2, Defense 2, Speed 2. So 2, 2, and 2 versus my 3, 3, 1. So the only thing they have better than me is their speed. I also have a 2-star general here. You'd think this could win. This is 0-star general, right? So you'd think that I win this. You would think. If I lose a caravel here, I'm just going to be so pissed. Here, okay, I'm going to need backup here. So, let's bring a caravel over here. And then, gosh, I can't, it's not, no, okay, so let's keep them here. And then, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Let's bring him as backup for that fight. So that might count as a 2v1. I don't know if it does. This is another one of those many things I don't know about naval engagements. Is he going to actually factor into this fight now? Or no? I don't know the answer. So let's bring this bark here so that I can keep the supply line moving and then just do 4v1. It's 4 of my bad boats versus 1 of their good ones. The dangerous thing about this is that I could lose many boats, like a lot. But, oh gosh, should I do it? Oh, I don't know. It's a tough choice. It's a really tough choice, but I think... I mean, I need to get rid of the Egyptian boats. That's the thing. Like, as long as we're at war, they're in my way. And until the Mongols show up, I guess we're going to be at war, so that sucks. The good news is the Byzantine fleets are no longer like blocking me, right? So now I can just bring this guy over and then these boats can go into the Adriatic where I can trade with 5 ports here in the Adriatic. And then I can keep, moving along here. So that's really good news. Now let's just keep moving guys along here. Well, the Scotch zeal was lowered. It's down to 38%, and they simply just moved more men up to Scotland to keep the population loyalty high. And, you know, that is one way of affecting, you know, the French conquest. But if you look at things, like, they're doing very well. They're just beating everyone they're going up against. They're expanding very quickly, actually. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I know that it can get tough to keep population loyalty high in realms as your you know, empire gets bigger. You know, like if their king, for example, gets cut off, if they invade an island with their king and his influence can't reach the rest of his empire, that's one way this might happen. He's 57, so he's going to be dying pretty soon. And his 5 dread is accounting for population loyalty in his provinces. So yeah, that's yeah, that's interesting. He's going to be dying soon. Let's see, he's already given, okay, -10 happiness, but I think the dread is counteracting that. Yeah, plus 10 happiness. Yep. And then another +10 happiness for a magnificent builder. Yeah, he has a couple happiness traits for his provinces in addition to the +5, well, the 5 dread. So he is doing a lot to keep his provinces happy. I wonder who's going to be next in line. We have 55-year-old Prince Henry. I don't know if it's going to be him. He's also 5 dread, so not ideal. Another +10 happiness. -8 piety. He's an atheist. Ooh, holy crap. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder what kind of effect the death of this French king is going to have on his empire. Once that happens, it might be happening pretty soon here, but there's a chance that the French might be having issues with population loyalty all on their own. I think there is kind of a built-in mechanic that makes it harder to keep your people in order the bigger your empire goes. I'm not too familiar with that mechanic, but I think that is in place. So hopefully there's going to be some faction reemergences from the Danes and the English, and then the Pope as well. Even though it was the Italians that took Rome and not the French, it would still be great to have a big fat papacy army sitting here to potentially, you know, strike out against the French. That'd be wonderful. That'd be wonderful indeed. So yeah, that's going to be, I'm just going to hope. I'm going to hope that I can get that done, and we're going to see. I'm so tempted to press enter because I do kind of want to see what's going to happen here if I can win these naval battles and then reunite this beleaguered ex-Crusade army with my forces here in Antioch. At this point, they can't even really offer much. They just need to get there just, you know, just to survive and to provide their numbers, because numbers help too. Numbers help dissuade the enemy just from attacking in the first place. So even though these dilapidated units, like, it's tempting, it's so tempting to just disband all of them, you know, the ones that are so low, but every number helps when it comes to preventing the enemy from thinking like, okay, no, I don't want to attack this, you know. So that's the idea. Hopefully I can reunite them with the Antioch province pretty soon here, and hopefully once this is all said and done, once we get a ceasefire with the Egyptians, hopefully I have enough of a fleet left to rebuild my trade network and get me back in the positive with my income. And then, yeah, hopefully I have enough time left to build up my economy and build up my army to fight against the French if and when that ever does come into play. So there's a lot of hoping left to do in this campaign, but I am hopeful. I am hopeful that I can get this done here. So that's going to be it for this episode. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. I've been Constep, and this has been Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.